What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Shep's Garage video. Today we have a little bit of a different video than my normal usual car videos. Today I'm going to talk about my sources of income to afford my Mark 8 GTI at my age, which is 17. I get a lot of comments asking how can I actually afford something like this, so today we're going to talk about it. But before that, if you're new to this channel, this is the first time seeing my face on your screen, don't forget to please click that subscribe button down below for more Mark 8 GTI content and other car content coming your way as well. I'm going to start branching out my content some more to some other cars than my Mark 8 GTI. So if you like car content, subscribe to this channel. It's completely free, and you're also helping me to become a full-time YouTuber in the future, which is a dream of mine. Anyways, enough of that. Let's talk about the video, which is how can I afford something like this at 17 years old. Now, I first want to get two things out of the way. Number one, I am not trying to brag in any sort of way in this video. I get this comment very frequently, so I thought I would sort of make a video talking about, well, how is this possible? How can I get something like this at 17? And maybe you're inspired by this video by me, and to say how can I get something like this at 17 or at a very young age. But I'm not trying to brag in any sort of way whatsoever. I really just hate bragging. I just want to sort of clear this up to see if anyone is interested in sort of what I do. Number two, I want to recognize that I am extremely grateful for the life that I have, and to have something like this. I mean, obviously it's not super common to see, 17-year-olds on YouTube talking about their new GTI, but I'm extremely grateful for the life that I have, and I recognize that, there are people out there that are not as fortunate as I am, and I just want to say that I'm not bragging. I'm literally just making this video because people have asked in my comment section, hey, how can I get something like this at your age? So, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. But listen, I'm not trying to brag, and I'm extremely grateful for the life that I have. So, with that out of the way, let's get to this video. Let's start off with some of the things that I've started up myself. So, I've started a couple of small businesses up myself. Some I don't do anymore, and some I actually keep doing. So, some of the small businesses that I have started up that have been doing well is my sneaker reselling business, or I guess you can say I just do sneaker reselling. Now, I started doing it off of Instagram, but that didn't really end out super well, so I now just do it off of sneaker reselling apps like StockX and Goat, and if you know sneakers, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I've started sneaker reselling about 4 years ago, and I've been doing it all these 4 years into where I am now, and I haven't lost any money on any of the shoes that I have sold, and that's basically just where I am at now. So that really covered a big portion of this car. Now, I do sell a good amount of pairs each week for the past 4 years, obviously, and I have sold a lot of shoes past those 4 years, so I have made a good amount off of sneaker reselling, and I still do it to this day, but not as much because, well, the sneaker reselling market is changing. But that is a big portion of I would say that is a bigger portion of how I could really afford the other half of this car. Another sort of business that I started up, which is only mainly in the summers, is mobile detailing. So that mainly sort of goes towards the modification side because I needed a car to do mobile detailing. But mobile detailing is basically I go to people's houses and detail their cars. So I guess that's more on the modification side, but I do that. I did it last summer, and I made a good amount off of that. I've also worked a couple summer jobs. Now, these summer jobs have been a part I've worked at my mom's office. She is a real estate developer, so I worked at her office. And one summer, I worked in her maintenance department, so keeping basically their buildings maintained. I worked in their maintenance department, so I painted walls, maintained buildings, that sort of stuff. And then the other summer, I worked in their marketing department, and I helped with them with marketing stuff. So both of those summers, I made a pretty good amount. I worked every single day of the week from like 8 to like 3, so it was mainly a good full day, and I worked the entire summer basically. So that's also sort of a big chunk of, well, this car is working 2 summers as well. The last and sort of final piece of income that I have gotten to afford the other half of this car is I worked a weekend job for the past, I would say, maybe 3 years. I would say I worked at this weekend job every weekend. I go to one of my mom's company's apartment buildings, and I deliver packages to basically to the people's apartments, basically. So packages get delivered, I take all of them and, you know, deliver them to each apartment so they, you know, they don't get stolen and such and such. So I deliver those. Usually that's a pretty big, I wouldn't say it's a full day, I would say it's like a 2-hour job each day, but overall, you know, that's something I've also been doing for the past like 3 years, is that, and you know, I get a good amount for, you know, for the full 3 years. I mean, you know, I still do it to this day, but you know, get what I'm saying. That also accounts to the income, or the how I can afford the other half of this car. That's how I made up half of my GTI. That's how I came up with all of the funds in order to basically have this car today. Now, I do want to talk about modifications, because every single modification that's on this car came out of my pocket, and I am very, very proud of it, obviously. And how I sort of explained that some of it came from mobile detailing, and some of that also comes from sort of my weekend job that I still do today. That's mainly also why I haven't really been doing a lot of modification videos, because every single modification that goes on this car has came out of my pocket, and you know, I don't really want to have a reckless spending habit, so I'm trying to not sort of spend and sort of, you know, learn to save my money too, because that's also a good lesson, or that's a good thing to learn when, you know, I'm out on my own in life, and you know, if YouTube doesn't work out and I'm never gonna make money off of YouTube, it's good to learn how to save money from your job, and how to, you know, spend what you have from that. That's how I'm able to afford a Mark 8 GTI at the age that I am at, 17. And I know this is a little bit of a different video, but I sort of want to sort of clear this up from all the people commenting, you know, how can I get something like this? This is the answer, there you go. And once again, I'm not trying to brag in any way, shape, or form. I hate bragging, but I'm very grateful for the life that I have and the life that I live, and this car as well. So a little bit of a different video this week, but next week will be a, you know, back to normal car stuff that, you know, that you guys love to see and watch. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did, smash that like button, comment down below what other videos you guys want to see, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.